Hello again. My name is Catt Small, and I am a design leader with over 12 years of experience within product design. Today, I am here again with another question from Merit. So, Merit is a free service that you can use to meet with awesome mentors in the tech industry. And I've answered tons of questions from folks on Merit just one to one. And this is a really fun way for me to get to do this in video form to answer questions for lots of you at once. Today's video and the next video in this series is going to be centered around navigating constraints. This is something that's really important once you've gone through the hiring journey, you actually get to work at a company, and you will find that there are going to be some kinds of constraints. So I'm going to cover a particular kind of constraint today, and then the next video will have another kind of constraint. So I've gone to the Merit website and I have pulled up the question. So the question is, I'm at a quickly growing startup and I joined the company because they have lots of work and I want to grow. Now I have to deliver a large project in a short amount of time. I'm the only designer and my manager is putting a lot of pressure on me. I don't know what to do. Ooh. First, I want to say that if you are a designer who has been put into this situation, you have not been set up to succeed. And a lot of designers have not been set up to succeed. We are often thrown into scenarios where we need to figure out how to swim. And that is unfortunately part of the job for many designers. So I want to acknowledge that. For example, if you are a designer who's working with multiple product managers, then you are probably not in a great situation. If you are one designer working with multiple squads of engineers, then you are probably also not being set up for success. And if you are the only designer at a company being asked to deliver more than one person's workload, then you are definitely not set up to succeed. Product designers are often placed in challenging scenarios where they are expected to deliver something usable that looks really great in a very short amount of time. And all of that together can lead to burnout. I refer to this as the product design paradox, and I've written more information about this on my site. And I talk a lot about setting expectations with teams when you are put into situations where you were not set up to succeed. That being said, you are still capable of doing a good job. You just need to make sure to keep certain things in mind. I'm going to go over a couple of techniques that I make sure to follow when I'm put into very challenging situations as a designer. The most important thing to remember is that you need to think big picture. You're not doing this work in a vacuum, even if your team thinks that they can just hand you certain things to deliver in a certain amount of time. You are a designer, and you need to make sure that everything that you're doing is moving toward a larger goal. Ideally, you're also understanding how the work that you're doing intersects with the usability concerns that you might have, the needs of your customers. And if you put that all together and drive every decision that you make from this perspective, you can spend your time more efficiently. Make sure to set agreements with your team so that you can have a shared understanding of how you are going to spend your time. This is really important to do at the beginning of your project because you want to help the team understand the kind of work that you do and the options for the different exercises or parts of the process that you could include that you are specifically not including because of the constraints of this project. Throughout your project, make sure to repeatedly remind people of your capacity and your limits. You are a human being, you have boundaries, and just because a project has a certain deadline, that doesn't mean that you can or should be doing the work of more than one person. As you complete your work, make sure to actually share the status of your project and the outputs that you have agreed to deliver. This will help the team to always know what you're up to and to, again, reset expectations of what your capacity is and what is possible. If you work in a silo, people will feel like they don't know what's going on, and it will increase the chance that they become frustrated with you. But if you are communicating at all points in time, then the team will feel like they have an understanding of your work, and they will be more likely to be patient with you. Constraints are also an opportunity to experiment. So I say this a lot, but there isn't a perfect process for product design, and there are always some level of constraints. When it comes to time pressure constraints, this is a chance for you to play around and to figure out ways to experiment and get kind of radical, for example, with new styles of doing usability testing so that you still get the value and can ensure quality while also moving very quickly. So look into new tools that might cut down on your time, and you also look into new techniques. This is a great chance for you to learn as you move forward. And finally, don't be a perfectionist. You literally don't have time for that. And it is part of the trade off that the team, I assume, knows they have made. If it was not clear to them, make that extremely clear. This experience is not going to be perfect. You have some kind of pressure, probably a time pressure. You may be the only person on that team, and it may be a giant feature or a giant new product experience. You do not have time for perfectionism. You need to focus on learning, growing, and optimizing for as much impact as you can make within the time that you have. That's what I got for you this time. So I know this was a really spicy, crunchy topic. It's one that I have experienced a lot, and I would love to, of course, keep talking with you about it. But I only have a certain amount of time, so I'm going to move on. The next topic will be centered around moving from execution to strategy. Thanks to the community at Merit, so that's at get-merit.com, for these amazing conversation starters. I really enjoy getting to answer these questions and, of course, getting to talk to folks one-to-one. So you can find me on there if you would like to chat more. Again, my name is Catt Small, and I would love to book 30 minutes and have a conversation with you anytime that you are looking for some design advice. And finally, thanks to the team at for making this awesome video recording software that I created this video within. I didn't have to do any editing. All I had to do was record some takes, and it automatically strung them together into a video that you are watching right now. And with that, see you next time. Bye.